Hello and welcome to another episode of the Small Town Tourist Podcast, where we experience and explore everything that makes small towns great. I'm your host, Abby Graves, and throughout the summer, we're going to be doing some mini episodes of the Small Town Tourist Podcast, and this is one of them, where we highlight different area festivals happening across Minnesota. It's just a great way to shine a light on some of the different communities and what they're doing to bring people together to have fun in the summer, which I think is the best time of year in Minnesota. This week, we're highlighting Sartell Summerfest, which is happening June 9th and 10th in 2023, and I think it's a great way to kick off the summer. This one always happens really early in June, and I think it's just a great way to kick off the season and have some fun in Sartell. And they got a cool new thing happening this year. The pedestrian bridge is opening, and we'll get more into that. But please enjoy our time hanging out with Nikki Sweeter. She's going to tell us all about Sartell Summerfest.
So come on home, claim your throne when life gets you down. It's nice to know there's somewhere to go where folks care about you. We can't give you the world, but we'll give you a crown. 'Cause you're the queen of our hometown.
So we start every podcast. I'll have you give your name, where you're from, and then what you do.
My name is Nikki Sweeter. I am from Sartell, Minnesota, and I am the engagement director for the city of Sartell. I do mostly things like our communication and our events, any social media. I'm kind of all of that into one. And I'm actually just on the Sartell Summerfest committee, but we as a city do try and help where we can with this event.
That's awesome. So the committee, is that comprised of like local business owners or just citizens? How does the Sartell Summerfest committee kind of get created?
Yeah, kind of all the above. We have a business owner and then a couple of residents who they've been doing this, I want to say, for like 20 years. It's been a long time. I'm the newest one. This is my fourth year. So yeah, it started out a lot bigger committee, and we've kind of lost people as the years have gone on, but it's always been either residents or business owners in the community.
Okay, cool. Now, how long has Sartell Summerfest been going? You said that some people have been involved for 20 plus years. Has it always been Summerfest, or has it kind of evolved?
It's been similar to what it is today. So this is actually the 30th year we've been running it, 31, but we had a COVID year in there, so that we didn't run it. So technically this is the 30th that we've run. And I honestly don't know much of the history. I know it always kind of had a parade aspect to it, and then some kind of family events, but it's kind of evolved into more. And now it's maybe scaled back a little bit, just, based off of the committee and, people moving on and things. So we always want to kind of get to its core, though, which is a parade, a family event, and the street dance. Those are kind of the three things that we always try and put on.
And I think that's a good way to do it. I love how your guys' is set up. So this year it's June 9th and 10th. It's 2 days. Like, people can block off 2 days in their schedule in the summer. Some of these festivals run entire weeks long. It's like, you want to do all the fun stuff, but there's no way you can cram an entire weeks of events into your schedule. So 2 days, I think, is a great recipe.
Yes, they have done 2 days in the past and then tried to move all into 1 day. The parade and the Libertyville event, all like kind of back to back, gets to be a lot for families and kids. So I do like the 2 day, kind of spread it out a little bit, give the kids a little rest and have fun things happening for 2 days in a row.
Exactly. So let's kind of dive into this Libertyville event. What does that all encompass?
So Libertyville is put on by Liberty Bank. They have done it for a very long time. I don't even know how many years. They always bring in all the bounce houses and the face painters and the carnival games and just like everything. It's just like a top-notch event every year. It's amazing. It's all free. Voight Johnson, the last handful of years, has provided free hot dogs and chips and water. So that's kind of a nice little touch too for that event. People appreciate the food for sure. But yeah, it's just a really fun time. It's, mostly geared towards that kind of 3 to 10-year-olds mostly. But yeah, people love it.
Well, and what a great age group to target, because when I think of Sartell, I think of young families. Like, I feel like that's kind of your guys' core at its heart of what Sartell is. So you're catering to the community, you're getting people out, you're hopefully encouraging them to introduce themselves to new people, make some friends while they're there. I think it's great.
For sure. And this year, Libertyville is at Sartell City Hall again, which it was there last year, and people really liked it because it's centrally located and a lot easier for neighborhoods to be able to walk there. So they really appreciated that.
Yeah, that is a prime location for that to be happening.
Yeah.
So then moving on from Libertyville, moving on to June 10th now. So you got the parade, the street dance. What all is happening on that Saturday?
Yeah, so the parade starts at 10 a.m. For as long as Summerfest has been around, they have done the parade along the River Road or County Road 1 in Sartell. And last year we had to move it because of the construction. So now it's back to County Road 1. So we're excited for that. So it runs from Sartell Street or the Riverboat Depot up until 7th Street and then ends at Riverview Intermediate School. So that's the route. It is posted on our website too, so if anybody wants to see a map, that was there. And we have like 55 floats signed up right now and 4 marching bands, and so we kind of try and give a little variety of all different things involved in the parade. The Shriners are coming. That's always a fun addition. And then go to the street dance, and we're hoping to have a food truck out there, and yeah, just a fun time.
And then there's also kind of something else happening, and citywide garage sales is one thing, but you guys also have the pedestrian bridge grand open. Can we talk a little bit more about that? Because I think this is super exciting.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it too. I grew up in Sartell, so I've always driven past this kind of white, rickety old bridge. And, just since, I think it's been since like 84, it really closed down. And when they built that new bridge, the overpass bridge. So it's going to be great. We have lights that are on it. So at night they'll be lit up in all different colors. They gave me control on that. I don't know how I got that. But
So if we wanted a fun color, you're the person to talk to.
Exactly. So what we're going to do is just have a little ribbon cutting, and then we're going to have the lights shine and then do just like a casual little reception on the Riverboat Depot patio where you can overlook the bridge that's lit up. They're going to have a fun bridge drink special, nothing too crazy, but just a chance for people to mingle and get to know each other. And so it's open to the public, and whoever wants to be there, we'd love you to join.
Well, and it's just so exciting that this is going to be open, not just for the grand opening, but just in general, because Sartell is a very walkable town. Like just getting out, getting fresh air, you get the river there. It's just gorgeous. And now there's an opportunity for a new walking path along it.
Yeah. And I drive down that road and I see all people with fishing poles fishing in the river, and there's some outlooks on the bridge that people will be able to fish off of. So they'll be just give them another spot to be able to do that. Yeah, and then just to walk, we'll have a sign at the end of the bridge with some history of the bridge and things. So hopefully at some point in the near future, we'll be able to walk across and onto our own land on the other side. But right now we can't. So we're going to do it with what we have. And, yeah, I'm really, really excited for it. And we really tried to keep the integrity of the old bridge, so we couldn't paint it or do anything like that. It's an old bridge, but it has so much character. It's very cool.
It's a landmark and an icon in Sartell. Like when you think of Sartell, I think of the river and I think of that bridge. So
yeah. Actually, the city just did a rebrand, and the bridge is in the middle of our new logo. So it's very important to us for sure.
Your guys' rebrand was awesome, by the way. The new logo that was drawn up. Oh my gosh, it's perfect.
Yeah, we love it. I've been just integrating it into our park signs and all these things now over the last, few months. And it just, every time I look at it, I just love it. It's great.
How did you land your job with the city of Sartell, kind of being that person that gets to control the lights and switch out the logos?
Well, this position was created really kind of with my help. So it's been kind of nice. They never had a person like me before. So I started with just the Sartell Chamber and then would help with our Convention and Visitors Bureau, the cities. And then it just kind of evolved into the city realizing, we need more help with this social media stuff that's happening and our communication, external and internal. Like, how do we get somebody that doesn't, the city administrator was doing most of it before I got there, and it's just too big of a job to be worrying about that kind of stuff. So it's been fun. It's definitely evolved since I started in 2020, and it's changed a lot since I started. But yeah, it's great, and I hadn't ever worked in public service before, and it's just a very different but awesome. Everybody does everything of like all hands on deck.
That's really cool. I love that you're doing that kind of thing. I'm doing sort of the same thing for Stearns County right now. So it's nice to talk to people and also realize like they love what they're doing too. I'm like, oh, we are such a unique group of people. So if people are looking for more information on Sartell Summerfest, where is the best place to get that, especially as this week shows up for us and things are changing, and maybe if there's inclement weather, where should they go for updates?
Yeah, for sure. So we will update our sartellsummerfest.com website, and then also Sartell Summerfest, our Facebook page. We will update that with we'll be advertising what we're doing, but also anything weather related, like you said. Those are definitely the two places to look.
If you had to give someone like one activity that cannot be missed, what would that be?
Oh boy. Well, I do think the parade, which shout out to Granite Logistics, they're a parade sponsor once again. They're a great partner. I think the parade is just nice because it's multi-generational. Kids and the older generations, they all love it. You all like a good parade. You all want a piece of candy. You all, it's fun to see the local businesses come through and, be able to see like, oh, my neighbor works at the credit union down the street. Like that's something that is really cool. And that's really what community is about. So that's probably my highlight.
And then I have a personal question. Can I get a secret hint for the medallion hunt?
Have been found.
What? Seriously?
Yeah, it has. Actually, last week it was found. 2 young boys and their grandma. It was very, very cute. They had been hunting for it for quite a few days. It was at the district service center on the playground. That's where it was. So.
Oh my gosh. No way.
No, I didn't even know where it was. The Sartell Historical Society put that on, and 2 people, a husband and wife, were the only people that knew where it was. So they did a good job. They are already figuring out ways that they can make the clues harder for next year. So
I could never be the person who knows where the medallion is because I cannot keep a secret.
They'd ask me questions. I'd be like,
Well, Nikki, thank you so much for carving out some time to talk with me on this today. And for everyone listening, just a heads up, I emailed her yesterday and we're talking today, and she was very great about getting back to me. So if you ever have questions about Sartell, she's quick to respond.
I am happy to help.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Nikki.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Small Town Tourist Podcast. Our theme song is Queen of Our Hometown by Rachel McIntyre Smith. You can stream it wherever you listen to music. And be sure you follow Rachel at Rachel McIntyre Smith on all social media platforms. And check out our website, rachelmcintyresmith.com. If you're looking for more content from the Small Town Tourist, be sure to check out the blog, thesmalltowntourist.com. And of course, follow on Instagram at The Small Town Tourist. Please leave a rating and review of this podcast. Give me 5 stars. And if you have a suggestion of a festival that I should check out this summer or find someone to talk to about it, I'd love to hear from you. Send me an email, abby@thesmalltowntourist.com.